welcome to a bonus Saturday sprint. The entire countdown. I was fighting a sneeze. I think I'm okay. My eyes are watering so bad. We have Caitlin with us today. It's a full Writer's Hive episode.
Yeah.
I'm excited. How's everybody doing in the chat? Are you excited to get some stuff done this weekend?
I'm excited. I don't normally work weekends.
Down below yet.
Oh, that's all right.
I have your timer.
I popped in, so.
Where's the rest of her channel?
I mean, you're always kind of in here because we use your timer every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
I'm here in spirit.
Always. Always. Good morning. Hello. Hello, Richard. It's a surprise, Caitlin. Hey, Siobhan.
Yay.
Cool.
Hopefully you still have plenty of time for your writing. So I know teachers are already very busy. What are we working on today, friends?
Why's my face so big compared to yours?
Fun and exciting
You're
stuff.
leaning in. I'm doing freelance today. I'm a little behind, and I'd like to finish today to be done.
Very good.
I'm working on my draft 0 and kind of going through and making sure I have my outline that I need. That's what I'm working on today. This first sprint, I'll probably be working on the outline, and the second sprint, I plan on actually like typing.
Diving in.
Typing. I introduced Amber recently to skinny drafting. I think I mentioned it when I was talking about you, and she was like,
Tell me more.
I will tell you more. I'll send you links.
I think your strengths lend really well to something like that.
Yeah, I've been having like existential crises lately.
Yeah.
Notice I use the plural form because there have been multiple crises.
There's been a lot of crisis.
Yeah, I recently discovered Steph Green. I think that's her, or Steph Holmes. Stephanie Holmes. Stephanie. She does, she's a rapid releaser, and she is a discovery writer. What she calls a gardener versus an architect, who's someone who would be an outliner. And she goes through a process on how she skinny drafts. And I think she writes I want to say 20 to 30,000 in a skinny draft. And then the end of the process, her books are 90,000. So it's not it just goes up a little bit. She's able to really hone this process, and she start to finish 6 weeks per book. So I've been very inspired by her.
And I've even talked to Julie about it. I used to be very much an underwriter. Even when I was done trying to make a full first draft, it would always end at 50 to 60,000 somewhere in there, and I would have to try to beef it up. But and I was so that might actually work really well for me. So I'm trying to learn more and to see if it works for me, because I hit 20K while I was on my writing retreat. So I'm over 20K into the book now, and not much has happened. I feel like I'm writing a slice of life instead of a horror, but it's fine. I'm learning the character motivations and everything, so it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Crisis averted.
I believe in you.
I haven't read it yet. I'm still working on House in the Cerulean Sea. I'm reading it slowly because it's just too beautiful to rush through.
It is. That is gorgeous.
Is House of Hollow a sequel?
No.
Oh no, it's just separate. Okay.
It's separate. She wants to read House of Hollow, but she's still in the middle of this other one. They're very different books, but they're both very good. I'm excited for you, Jessica. Feel free to spam me with your thoughts. Really struggled this week with writing. That's great, though.
That's okay. You can always fix it later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing that edits can't fix, says the girl who has edited a book about a dozen times.
And yet you can still fix anything you need. Like it's fixable. Everything's fixable.
Oh,
except for a blank page. Everything else is fixable.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, congrats on hitting 80K. That's amazing.
That is great. Last weekend he was at what? 60, just over 65, I think. Made it just in time. Cemetery Boys. Yeah. I remember that's what you were reading last time. Going through your book, adding additional stuff, fattening up some scenes. I saw you got your new pens. I see you.
Yeah, Julie showed me those last night. They're amazing.
I was like, eco-friendly pens. Split the novel in two. Yeah. How'd you like Save the Cat? You just got Save the Cat last week. So clearly you're adopting the terminology, which I love. Lunch chores, catching up. Excuse you, train.
I tried to make a temperature blanket, by the way, Kelsey, and I got maybe a month in, and I was like, I can't. It was all like, I'm in Texas. It was a lot of red. Do y'all know what a temperature blanket is?
I was just going to ask.
So a temperature blanket, like when you crochet or knit, and basically you take the temperature of the day, like the average. Some people use average, some people use the high, some people use the low, and you assign colors to like temperature ranges. And so you do one line in the color of the temperature that day, and then by the end you have this like rainbow magic. It's really, they're really pretty. I tried.
That would be really cool if you live somewhere like that had shifting temperatures.
So you do like, usually people do like a single crochet, like make one long one and then add each day so that it's like a really big, like king size blanket because it's 365 days. I mean, it's going to be 365 rows. They're actually really, they're so pretty. And I tried so hard and I couldn't keep up with it. Because once you get a few days behind to have to crochet like multiple days on when it's such a long one, it's like, I can't do it. Yes, it is the cutest. It makes my heart full and happy so much, and I'm loving it. Absolutely.
Yay. Highlighting everything. Yeah.
It's very
you, eternal optimist. All right, we're gonna get into it. Let me just catch up. All right. Massively over word count. You can edit down. A lot of those words will get edited down anyway. Glad you're liking your pen. Nope. I missed things. There you go. Hi, Chloe. Sorry, itchy leg. Yeah.
And I did for the higher temperatures. So like instead of being like 10 degrees, I would do like 3-degree increments or something so that it could change more. Because in like August, it's just 100, 100, 100, 100, 99, 98, 100, 100. It's like you have big chunks of the same color right in the middle because you get halfway through the year, then it's like right in the middle.
Gross. All right, are we ready to work?
I'm ready.
Sure.
I'm gonna be working on edits still.
How far are you in? Like, how close are you doing?
I mean, I'm pretty far in right now. I'm like on the nitty gritty of like deleting overused words, like the very end stage of like before I can be done. So, which will be good. I'm hoping today I can knock out the end of what I need to do, and then tomorrow's sprints I can start brainstorming the next book. So
exciting.
Yay. All right, here we go, friends. We're going to start with a 30-minute, like always, and we'll see you on the other side of it.
Good luck, everybody.
Bye.
Wow, I was in a zone and did not even expect the timer to go off at all. I was like in it.
I know. I looked back over to be like, maybe I should unmute myself a little bit early. And then the timer was like, had 2 seconds. And I was like, whoa. Okay. How'd we do?
Pretty good.
I did pretty good. I got some notes down, and then decided that like it would help if I went back and like edited a little bit of the beginning just to get the right mindset in. So I've been doing that. And I added 232 words. So not too bad for 30 minutes.
Not at all.
I finished 1.5 scenes. So went on a Google trip too, looking at something. So I had to bring it back.
I know. I started off like answering YouTube comments and work emails, and I was like, focus. So I brought it back around. Hi, Brenda. Hopefully you guys had hopefully you had productive sprints. We didn't get to talk to you before they started. Read 33 pages, 327 words. Knocking them out. It's a good one for you. Aftermath of a fight scene. 5 pages, handwritten, is impressive. I'm impressed. So is Chase. I'm feeling really overwhelmed. Oh no. There you go.
It can be stressful to go back and grammar check anything that you were fast drafting, like and just like going, because we don't do a great job of like that's the whole point of like getting it out is that you don't think about that. So, you know, if that overwhelms you right now, then focus on something else.
Yeah, I've been skipping over a lot of spelling errors when I'm writing now. I'm just like, go, 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 go.
Yeah.
And I have to go check them, though, when I end that chapter. It just drives me nuts. But
I couldn't leave them. Like, I don't know that I would be able to go to bed at night, like, knowing that I left them there. But I do skip them in the moment.
Yeah, they have the writing hack, right, with the Comic Sans and everything. I don't think that it would benefit me because I'm not a self-editor as I go, really. I don't go back and look at and try to fix it. I just write and I don't look at the previous words that much. So like, I was like, it wouldn't be any different for me. Like I would still just, it would be ugly, but it, you know.
Should try it. Because I write with it. I don't really self-edit either. It's just, for some reason, it works for me and I don't know why. But yeah, I do agree that it helps the people who are self-editors.
Mm-hmm. I've never tried it because I am a self-editor. I feel like I don't know if I would be able to give that up.
We don't have to give it up. No. It just sometimes slows people, but you have cleaner drafts than most people anyway, so that's probably your advantage.
It also doesn't, you don't get stuck because you're self-editing, which is what the Comic Sans is good for.
Yeah.
You keep going. You're fine. You're good.
I'm okay. Didn't end up reading Cemetery Boys. Bridgerton books, okay.
I'm curious how those books have held up over the years. It was like 20 years old, right, before the show?
You know,
I mean, I know it's, just in terms of mindset about certain, not necessarily because it's not modern, but
I feel like it's one of those like Outlander type of things too. Like some things just don't age, and when you read them now, you're like, ugh. But like if you're invested in the show, if you're invested in other things, then there's a certain amount of like accepting certain things just because of the time period. So grocery list. Gotta get done. New chapter, finish a blog post. Crushing it.
There's always Instacart.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. It's a different part of your brain.
And it's something you can control, right? It's something you can fix immediately instead of something that you don't know how to fix. You're like, I can go take care of that. I like that. Everybody with their grocery
I do
woes.
grocery pickup, so I don't go like to the grocery store anymore. I don't know that life thing. And that was not because of the pandemic. I was doing grocery pickup a good year and a half before the pandemic. So I haven't done regular grocery shopping much over the last couple of years. And I hate it. We recently got a Costco card, so we went into Costco, and I was like, I hate this.
It's overwhelming.
It's too much. Hello, Brenda. I'm not. I DNF the first book. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, I stopped midway. I think I stopped at book 5.
Jeez. I haven't even given them a try. They just don't sound like I would enjoy them.
I really like the first 3. I just constantly reread the first 3. I enjoy them.
Do you?
But they get a little too history heavy and like wandering
Mm.
in the later books. For me, I tend to prefer a faster paced book.
Typically. I think that's pretty standard.
I don't think I would also fare well. I'm a modern woman. If I went back in time where men were like, you're my woman, cook me food, I'd be like, no.
Unless you were like a rich woman, then you don't have to cook anything. You just read books all day, I guess.
I can read books.
I'm going back to my time. Leave me alone. How do I get back? I need to get back because I cannot do this.
My thing would be the medicine. Like, I don't want to die of a cold when I'm 18.
No. Like every time you have a headache, they just like drill holes in your brain. I'd have nothing left. I'd have
childbirth, dude.
Although I would go to the doctor and act like I'm hysterical once in a while because of how they
stop it. We know.
Well, they didn't have access to just buy those things back then, you know.
We're like worried about smallpox, like measles, and you're like, I'd like to masturbate. Jesus. Predictive this morning, picked up groceries. See, look, groceries done. Return things, bought pillows. It's like the most adult level thing, and it's such a joy.
Is it weird that I'm the kind of person that never returns anything? Doesn't fit? Oh, well, I'll give it to charity. I'll give it to someone else. I will never return. I hate returning things.
I do that too.
It's true.
Yeah. No, but sometimes a little bit of distance helps make the decision. So a little bit of distance. It's midnight, so I can't. Chocolate helps.
No, you're not.
No.
We all struggle with our writing.
We all have it.
Yeah.
Trust me, I've been having a lot of personal crisis over writing the last couple of days. It's fine.
It's so good. 2021. There you go.
I love a good alternating timeline book. I love it.
Yeah. It's an interesting difference there.
It doesn't sound like a lot, but it literally is 21 years and
a lot of changes.
And somebody was like, I read this historical fiction. It was like in the 80s. And I was like, screw you.
Oh, no.
Screw
rude.
You.
It was rude.
Is that what that's called now?
Yes.
No.
Technically, even publishers are doing it. They're like, a new historical. And I'm like, it is not.
No, we need to call it something else.
I'm thriving. I'm not even old yet. Like, come on. I was born in 82. I'm not historical.
It's disrespectful.
It's very disrespectful.
Mm-hmm. I don't like it.
Good.
I'm glad the words are coming. All right. What do we have? We're going to keep going. Oof.
That happened to me. I read a Nora Roberts book a couple months ago, and they used that word, and I was like, that's not good. And they kept saying it. I was like, stop saying that word.
Which bothers you now, but if you had read it when it first came out, you would have been like, yeah, okay.
It wouldn't even pop out at all.
No. Find a writing partner so I can read them. Yeah. You do?
Yes.
Yeah, because I luckily have my girls here that when I struggle, I reach out to them and they help me a lot. So.
It's true.
Oh, if it's a phone, that's different. I'll return a phone.
Mm.
Yeah.
Technology, I will. Most other things, I'm like, bought the wrong
I
thing
had
at
to
grocery
take
store.
my-
I'll still leave it.
Yeah, I had to take my laptop into Apple because I broke the keyboard on my writing retreat.
You were just slamming the words, right?
No, it just wouldn't. I feel like I barely pulled it up and they just like popped off and then they wouldn't go back in. And then I was like, crap. I like drove an hour and a half back home so I could get to crap.
Yeah.
I was like, no, not doing this. I need this laptop. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right, friends. Are we ready for our 45?
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready. I was on a roll.
I was in a zone. I didn't even remember that we were doing a timer or that I was live. You guys did not exist to me for probably 10 minutes there.
That is phenomenal. I love that for you. Let's get that feeling back again.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
I'm ready.
Good luck, everybody.
How do we do?
Okay.
That one took me by surprise more than the first one. Everybody save your work. Don't forget to save your work. I saw some emergencies in the chat.
Oh no.
Oh.
Somebody leaned on their printer bar and thought they had deleted all their work. No good. Go ahead.
I have now added 442 words, but I did delete a couple of chunks that didn't make any sense anymore with the new context of the story. So I was like, I'm just going to get rid of it. But I did, like, as far as like outlining, I wrote like multiple pages.
Nice.
So my hand is starting to hurt. I'm not used to handwriting things.
It's great though.
Nice.
And I think that it's actually really good because, like, I was like, I don't know. I remember I was telling you, Julie, I felt like they were just doing things that they didn't need to do, like all this setup. And so I was like, I'm just gonna start writing out like an outline, and I'll look at what they did, and then I could see it all together, see if it still makes sense. And I could definitely see where, like, there's a couple of chapters that I wrote that don't need to be there. They're good that I know them, but I can definitely be like, okay, that happens too soon, or that happens too late, or so I feel good.
Nice.
I'm glad. It's fantastic clarity. I always put those little chapters, like the things that I had to write for myself but don't necessarily need, I just put them in like a different folder. I never delete them, just like kind of squish them to the side, and then if you need them, they're there.
Yeah, I have a separate folder for like notes and stuff. I'll just throw them in there. Where it doesn't add it into the compile. So like when I do that, my word count is going to drop quite a bit, but that's okay.
It's fine. How did you, Kate?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just like down to like the nitty gritty and making sure it all makes sense and reviewing previous chapters and whatnot. So
yeah.
Hopefully I'll finish up today and then be done, which is good.
I'm sitting here with all of those like overused words, the just and the only, and the like, seeing what I can think and feel, and all those like words where I'm like, I can do better than that. Yeah. And it's ridiculous and it's so tedious, but it is one of those things that I just naturally write into all of my work, like all of my work. So it's necessary, but it's not.
Like one of my favorite parts is honing in on like word uses and sentences, things that you can't do in a first draft, but not until you get to a certain point of writing, then you can really like go line by line and hone in on that stuff. That's the parts I'm really excited for, because that's what I love, to make it shine, you know?
Yeah.
I just haven't been able to get there in a while.
You'll get there. 50 more pages. Very nice.
Yay.
Naps. I gotta eat lunch before I can nap. Tidied my room, swept my floor, picked up my mail. Progress. Unfortunately over. We do a 30 and then a 45. That was the end of our 45, but we will be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. EST for another sprint. Very sorry, but hi. And you can check my channel. The next sprint for Sunday, for tomorrow, is already up, so you can set notifications so that you're here at the beginning. I'm at 70 pages.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. Love that. Finished journaling. Ooh, Mexican Gothic.
I have not read that one yet.
Hopefully you're enjoying it. It's atmospheric.
Order those groceries.
Got to get it done.
And that's okay. Even wow, my mind went blank. Lord of the Rings was written as one long story, and then after he wrote the whole story, he cut it into 3. So it is like people do that sometimes, just write the whole story from start to finish and then figure out like where it splits up.
The natural splitting points, yeah.
Yeah.
Yay. I love dialogue. I love it so much.
And sometimes the best place for them is not actually in the book. It's just that so you know the characters and you know some of their motivations. And it could be bonus content one day or something, but it's okay. It's not wasted words if you're getting to know your characters.
Never.
Now I have to look at it.
No.
Sometimes seeing that word count drop does it hits you in the feels. The story will be better for it, and you understand it more. So
absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's helped that I've tried to move away from having a NaNoWriMo mindset, because before, like, you can't delete, every word matters, and then it doesn't work for me because things like this happen. I'm more of a discovery writer, so I discover things that don't need to be in the book, but that's fine. But it hurts to delete it, or not to delete it, but to move it out. But if I don't have an NaNoWriMo mindset, it's fine. But if I think about it in NaNoWriMo terms, like, no, every word has to count toward my word goal. It doesn't. It's fine.
No, I agree. What is this? Fit in those early and ending beats in each book. Okay. Cliffhangers aren't always bad.
As long as you wrap up like
wrap something up. Yeah. At least one thing has to be resolved, right? And then there can still be a big cliffhanger.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think too, in the editing process, when you get used to how to like start and end chapters so that they're compelling, so that the reader keeps going, like the more you practice with that dynamic of what makes for even just a good start and an end to a chapter, so that they keep, that unput downable quality is there, it'll help hone in kind of too on where the split is in the books.
Yeah, because you can have one overarching story and then still have smaller stories that each book tells. Just like with like the Hunger Games, like this rebellion is like the whole arching story, but within each book has its own thing that has a start and a finish. Like the Hunger Games, the beginning and the end of that first Hunger Games and the second one, all those things that she has to do for the second, and then like it's all separated. And that's what makes a good series to me, is you still have something, that overarching story that pushes you to get the next one, but you feel satisfied when you finish each one.
Each one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll find it. I wouldn't worry too much right now about the split.
Which is why I don't write series. I don't know if I could do it.
You could.
And also we're like beta readers, and critique partners would help as well, like someone else reading it, and maybe they feel like the ending could be a little further or further back, just to add that like, resolution for that one book in the series. So I wouldn't worry about it. Just keep writing. Just keep going.
Keep writing. If the words are coming and you still know your story, keep writing. I wouldn't stress out about any of that just yet, because once you have the full story and it's all out and you know it all, you can figure out where those things naturally happen and play around with a couple different ending options, and poll some beta readers, like trying out different ones. I think that's everything. Is that everything for today, ladies?
Yeah.
Anybody else gonna keep working?
I will later, but I have to go to my mom's house.
Sounds good. I'm gonna get some lunch. I think I'll probably keep working, film a couple videos, and then get a couple things done. So hopefully this start at your day off or end at your day off as productive as possible, and you can continue to carry this into the rest of your day, rest of your night, and then we will see you back here at 8 p.m. tomorrow for the next round of productivity sprints.
Can I plug the Writer's Hive?
Please do.
Yeah. So the new Writers Hive episode with all three of us will be on my channel on Monday at 12:45 a.m. EST if you're interested.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
They're all good ones.
Yeah. They're all fun.
They're all fine. They're okay.
They're all fun. They're all fun. Not fun.
Oh, all fun. I thought you said they're all fine.
They're all right.
And if you catch it after I've woken up and watched it, then usually you'll see me make some stupid little remark in there about how we're so awesome. Look at us go or something.
It's so informative. And I'm like, you don't say.
Well, I want you to get because YouTube is very big on the like actual like people commenting and liking and all this like thing. So even though I'm in it, I'm still going to give you that for your channel.
Yeah.
I get it. Well, thank you, ladies, for joining me. Thank you for coming in the chat to continue to push us all to keep working. And we will see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.